The first series, fourth group, breathing in the energy of intent. The three magical passes of this group are for stirring, gathering, and transporting energy for intent from three centers around the feet, on the ankles, and right below the kneecaps, and placing it on the centers of vitality around the kidneys, the liver, the pancreas, the womb, and the genitals. The recommendation to practitioners on the execution of these magical passes is that since they are accompanied by breaths, the inhalations and exhalations should be slow and profound, and that there should be a crystal clear intent on the part of the practitioners that the adrenals receive an instantaneous boost while the deep breaths are taken. 35. Dragging energy from the kneecaps along the front of the thighs. A deep inhalation is taken as the arms hang by the sides and the hands waver in a continuous tremor, as if stirring a gaseous matter. An exhalation begins as the hands are lifted to the waist, and the palms of the hands strike down in unison, on each side of the body, with great force, figure 84. The arms are only slightly bent, so that the palms of the hands are a few inches below the stomach. The hands are 3 or 4 inches apart, held at 90-degree angles with the forearms, the fingers pointing forward. Slowly and without touching, the hands make one circle inward toward the front of the body. The muscles of the arms, stomach, and legs are fully contracted, figure 85. A second circle is drawn in the same fashion as the air is totally expelled through clenched teeth. Another deep inhalation is taken, and the air is slowly exhaled as 3 more inward circles are drawn in front of the body. The hands are then retrieved to the front of the hips, and they slide down the front of the thighs with the heels of the palms, fingers slightly turned up, all the way to the kneecaps. The air is fully exhaled then. A third deep inhalation is taken while the tips of the fingers press the bottom of the kneecaps. The head is held facing downward, in line with the spine, figure 86. Then, as the bent knees are straightened, the hands, with the fingers clawed, are dragged up the thighs to the hips, as the air is slowly exhaled. With the last portion of the exhalation, the hands are then brushed on the respective centers of vitality around the pancreas and the liver. 36. Dragging energy from the sides of the legs. A deep inhalation is taken as the hands, held by the sides of the body, shake with a continuous tremor. The hands strike down exactly as in the previous magical pass. An exhalation begins there, while the hands draw, in a similar fashion, 2 small outward circles by the sides of the body. The muscles of the arms, stomach, and legs are tensed to the maximum. The elbows are held tight but slightly bent, figure 87. After the 2 circles have been drawn, all the air is expelled, and a deep inhalation is taken. 3 more outward circles are drawn as the air is slowly exhaled. The hands are then brought to the sides of the hips. The fingers are slightly raised as the heels of the hands rub all the way down the sides of the legs until the fingers reach the outside knobs of the ankles. The head is facing downward, in line with the body, figure 88. The exhalation ends there, and a deep inhalation is taken with the index and middle fingers pressing the bottom of the knobs, figure 89. A slow exhalation begins as the hands, with the fingers clawed, are dragged up the sides of the legs to the hips. The exhalation is completed while the palms are brushed on the 2 respective centers of vitality. 37. Dragging energy from the front of the legs. Again, a deep inhalation is taken as the hands, held by the sides of the body, are shaken. Both arms make a circle by the sides of the body, beginning toward the back, and going over the head, figure 90, to strike forcefully in front of the body with the palms down and the fingers pointing forward. A slow exhalation begins there, while the hands, starting with the left, move forward and backward 3 times in alternating succession, as if sliding over a smooth surface. The exhalation ends when the heels of both hands are touching the rib cage, figure 91. A deep inhalation is taken then. The left hand moves in a sliding motion to the left, followed by the right hand sliding to the right. This sequence is executed a total of 3 times in alternating succession. They end with the heels of the palms against the rib cage, the thumbs nearly touching each other, figure 92. Next, both hands are made to slide down the front of the legs until they reach the tendons on the front of the ankles, figure 93. The exhalation ends there. A deep inhalation is taken as the tendon is tensed by lifting the big toe until the tendon seems to pop/up. The index and middle fingers of each hand vibrate the tendons by pressing on them, figure 94. With the fingers clawed, the hands are dragged up the front of the legs to the hips as a slow exhalation begins. The palms are gently rubbed on the centers of vitality as the exhalation ends.